What's up guys, Nemanja here. So today I'm going to show you how you can run ads for local businesses. So either if you're a local business owner that wants to run ads for themselves, or if you're a freelancer or an agency owner that wants to run ads for clients, you're going to find this video really useful. So without any further ado, let's start right away. So the first thing you're going to need for running Google Ads is of course a Google Ads account. Now there are two different accounts that you can make. One is a normal Google Ads account and the other one is an MCC. A normal Google Ads account would be good for someone like a local business owner that just wants to run ads for themselves. And you don't really need an MCC if that's the case. And an MCC would be good if you're a freelancer or an agency owner that wants to run ads from others. And an MCC is, or a manager's account, is just an account that is like an umbrella for a bunch of other Google Ads accounts. So instead of having to log into every one of the accounts separately, you can log into your manager's account and then access all of the other accounts under that. If you want to make an MCC, just Google Ads MCC, just click on this first link and make an account. It's literally that easy. And if you want to make a normal Google Ads account, we're going to be making it together now. So you can literally go to ads.google.com. It's going to send you to this page. And on the right hand side, just click on the Start Now. So I'm just going to click on it, wait for it to load. And what I'm going to click on here is New Google Ads Account. I'm going to click Create a New Account. Just wait for it to load. Google is going to try to push you to create your first campaign right away, but what you can do is just click away. So I'm just clicking right here and it's gone. So what we're going to do is add our business information. So I'm going to be making a dummy account for a tree service company, just for example. So what I'm going to do here is just type in tree service account test. Where should people go after clicking your ad? You don't have to add this, so just click on next. Right here, we're just going to click on skip. Let's just skip everything here and click on leave campaign creation. Billing country, just change to your billing country and your time zone. The important thing right here is that you can't change the time zone and the currency later. So just type in the right time zone you're in and the right currency that Google is going to use to bill your card later. Click on continue. Right here you can add a payment profile. Of course, I'm not going to be adding my card right here. So what I'm going to do is just exit this process. You can complete it, but I'm going to exit this process and I'm still going to have the account. So let me just access it. Okay, so I'm right here in an empty account, and what I'm going to do is just click on create campaign, and let's click on leads right here. Click on continue, and right here I'm going to select search. Now you can select performance based display and other stuff right here, but what I really like doing for local businesses is just doing search. And that is because I want to capture the highest intent of people and the warmest leads so that the business owner can easily close them and not really use like display advertising, because on search we're targeting people that are currently searching for our services or solutions, and by using any of these other campaign types we're really not doing that. So I'm just going to click on search, and right here I'm just going to click on website visits and phone calls. Right here we can type in our website. I don't really have a website for this dummy campaign, so I'm just going to paste my YouTube channel in here. We're having phone calls. You can enter your phone number in here, and then you can name the campaign. Campaign name doesn't really matter in the performance. It's just for you to easily recognize what campaign you're working on. So I'm just going to leave it to lead search for and then click continue. I'm going to start a new campaign. So right here we're in the campaign settings. So the first thing you're going to be asked to do is change the bidding. Now what you really want to focus on is conversions in the long run. But the thing is, if you use maximize conversions, which is this setting over here, it's not really going to work well. And the reason for that is you don't have any data in the account. So what you first want to do is gather the data in your account, and then after you get to 20 to 30 leads per month, then you can switch to conversions. So what you want to pick right here is clicks. And you want to be setting a maximum cost per bid limit. I'm not going to be doing it right here because for setting the maximum cost per bid, you're going to need to do some keyword research. I'm going to be showing you how to do that later. So just click on next. Okay, so now we're at the network settings. So what I'm going to be doing is turning both of these off. So what is the search network? The search network are Google's partners, and Google allows you to show your ads on their search as well. These clicks tend to be a bit cheaper, but the thing is, the quality of lead is usually a lot lower, so I don't really want to use that. And display network, when creating the campaign, we set the campaign to be a search campaign, and as I said, we don't want to be showing ads to the display network because we're not going to be getting the highest quality of lead. So the next is the location setting. So what we're going to do is just click on enter another location and then click on advanced search. And there are a few things you can do here. So first, let's say we're doing a tree service in Denver. So let's just click on Denver. And what you can do is just target the whole area of Denver. The another thing you can do is click on the radius over here, then type in your address. And then let me find a random address in Denver. So I found a random address in Denver, typed it in right here. And what you can see is that you can enter a radius for which you want your ads to be shown. So you can enter, right here you can change the size of the radius. So you can add 10-mile radius, 5-mile radius, or whatever you want really. What you can also do is enter locations. So I'm going to delete this right here. What you can do is add in different zip codes in Denver. So right here I can see different zip codes that are in Denver. So let's take this one for example. And let's add it as zip code. So as you can see, I can target only this area over here. And what I can also do is let me take another zip code. So let's take this one. And what I can click right here is click on exclude. So what that's going to do is just exclude this area from the search. So for example, you can target the whole area of Denver, but if you don't want to do work in any neighborhood or part of the city, you can add in the postal code to that part of the city as a negative, and your ads aren't going to be showing up in there. So what I'm going to do is just add the whole city of Denver over here. Not really what I would do in a normal campaign, but I'm just doing it as an example. And let's just click on save. So also one thing you should do over here, this is like a sneaky little setting Google has in here, is just click on this location options drop down menu. And what you can see here is presence or interest. So people in regularly in or who've shown interest in your targeted location, or presence people in or regularly in your targeted locations. I always put it to presence people in or regularly in your targeted locations. Because with the first setting, you could be showing your ad to people that do not live in Denver, but are just interested in your services in Denver, which at the end of the day means they're not going to become your client. And if they click on your ad, well, you're going to be charged for that click. So I really always put this on presence people in or regularly in your targeted locations. Of course, there are some exceptions to that, and you should think about if that makes sense to your business. But really, I usually put it to present people in or regularly in your target locations. So for languages, I either always put it on English, or you can turn this off and put it to all languages. The rest thing is audience segments. You can add this on here, but I don't really add it. Never. Right here, broad match keywords, we're going to put it to off, use keyword match types. And as you can see, I can't even change it right here because for me to change it, I need to switch to a conversion or conversion value-based bidding strategy. Then we're going to click on more settings. So for ad rotation, I always leave it at optimize, prefer best performing ads. Start and end dates. You can pick a start date for your campaign. So right here, I'm already having the current date as a start date, but you can put a start date right here. So for example, I can put it for this campaign to start at 24th of December. You can also add an end date. So if you're running a certain promotion that you know is going to add on the certain date, you can just put the end date right here and the campaign is going to stop automatically on that date. For the ad schedule, now you can either leave this at all day if your business is working like 24/7, but if your business is working, let's say from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday, what you should add right here is just your working hours, because what we're going to be doing is adding phone numbers to our campaign. And what that means is that people are going to be calling your numbers. So let's say you're working from 9 to 5, and let's say someone calls your number at 6 p.m. What's going to happen is you're not going to pick up that phone. And you just paid for that click, and you didn't get a lead, and you didn't get a sale. And that doesn't really make sense. So if you're working Monday to Friday, you can add it right here. So let's say Mondays, Fridays, and you're working from 9 to 5, right? So let's change it over here. So 9 to 5. For me, I have a 24-hour clock, so it says 17 for 5 p.m. But if you have a 12-hour clock, it should say 5 p.m. to you. Then I'm going to click on more settings and campaign URL options. I really leave this blank always. It's just some tracking options you can have. And then brand restrictions, I don't really use this. So let's just click on next. And now we're at the keywords and ads section. Now, if you already added your landing page, you're going to have some keywords over here that Google is already suggesting you use. But to be honest, I don't use this. I always want to do keyword research myself. So I already made a video on how you can do keyword research, but I'm going to be showing you again how you can do it in this video. So what you want to do is open up Google Ads again. And once you're in here, just go to Tools and Settings and click on Keyword Planner. Or you can just search for Keyword Planner over here. So let's search for Keyword Planner. And it's right here. Wait for it to load. And what we're going to click on is Discover New Keywords and change up our locations. So I already said we're going to be doing our searches for Denver. So let's select Denver. And let's click on and search for tree service. And let's search for arborists. So what you want to be putting in this search over here are seed keywords. So for example, if you're a personal injury lawyer, you can put in personal injury lawyer or personal injury attorney and just go through here and see the keywords. Now I'm going to be showing you how I do keyword research over here. And that is just by going on in here, scrolling all the way down. And what you can see right here is that you can change the number of rows. So usually put it to 200. So I have 200 rows in here, and after that I just go in and click on this average monthly searches button so I can sort it by average monthly searches. And what I do is just copy in keywords from here to an Excel sheet or Google Sheets. Now actually I already did keyword research for tree service and arborist in my last video, so I'm not going to be doing it fully, but I am going to be showing you the process. So right here, let's say we have an empty Google Sheet. What I would do is just go through this keyword. So let's say tree service, put it right here, tree service near me. That's also the same theme of the keyword. Then tree removal services. This is a different theme for keyword, and we're going to be putting it in a different ad group. So let's just put this over here. Tree care services, we're also going to be putting it in a different ad group because we're going to be using a different copy for tree care services and just normal tree services. Then tree maintenance near me. I would say tree care and tree maintenance are synonyms, so let's put it in the same ad group. Then arborist, I'm going to put it to a new ad group. Even though it really is a synonym to tree service, I'm going to be using a different copy for arborist than tree service. It's really up to you. You can also put arborist in the same ad group as tree service and then use a mixed ad copy. Google's gonna figure it out eventually for which search term they should use this copy, but it's really up to you whether you're gonna use a different ad group or the same for this. Tree removal near me. So tree removal near me and tree removal service near me are synonyms, have the same intent. Arborist near me, let's put it in here. Tree trimming near me, etc., etc. What I would do is just go through every one of these 200 keywords and put it all in an Excel table. And what I would also look for is keywords I don't want my ads to be showing up for, and I would add them as a negative in a different part of this sheet, so I can later add them on to the account. Now I already have these keywords from my last video, as I said, and I have my keywords over here. For this example, I'm going to be using these keywords over here for tree trimming. So what most people will do is just copy these keywords and paste them over in here. But by doing this, you're using these keywords in a broad match. And I'm not going to be explaining a broad match versus praised match versus exact match in this video. So just to keep everything short, sweet, and simple, If you're a local business, just use broad and phrase match. So what I like doing is using this tool called keyword match type tool. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. So I just paste the keywords in here, and right here you can select the match type. So I selected phrase match and exact match, and you just click on make keyword list. And right here you can see all of your keywords, and you can just click on here, click Control A, just copy it, and let's paste it in here. So right here I'm having all of my keywords. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is the ads. So the first thing you're going to have here is the final URL. And for the final URL, you should add a link to your landing page. Now, what I see most people do is run ads to the homepage of their website, and that is not really the ideal thing you should do. And what you should be doing is make a landing page which sole purpose is to convert someone that comes from Google to a lead. But either way, you should type in the final URL to your landing page here, and then display path. Because we're doing tree trimming services, let's just type in tree trimming right here. So tree trimming. The next thing you can see right here is the lead forms. Now, really, I don't like using Google's lead forms for collecting leads, so I leave this empty and I don't add lead forms. And then the next thing you can see is headlines. Now for these headlines, you can either write them yourself, you can let Google give you suggestions. I don't really like these headlines, and I already wrote some, and I actually wrote them using ChatGPT, so I am going to be showing you a prompt that I use right here. So here's the prompt right here. Act like an experienced direct response copywriter. I want you to pretend that you can write content so compelling and enticing that it will outperform other advertisers on Google Ads. Write ad copy for Google Ads. Give me 15 headlines of 30 characters max, including spaces, formatted in a table, and then columns right here. And then I gave it some extra instructions. I don't want to be reading all of this. It's going to get really boring. And then after that, I just told them the keywords you're writing the ad for are, and then I gave him the list of keywords I already showed you. So tree trimming near me, tree trimming service near me, tree trimming service, etc. And what it did is it wrote a bunch of headlines over here, but some of them had over 30 characters, which is not good for Google Ads, and we can't really use those in Google Ads. So I told them, please rewrite with the character count being under 30, and then it wrote other headlines. But anyways, what I did after this is give it another prompt for writing descriptions for me. So I gave it the same prompt, but right here I told them, write ad copy for Google Ads, give me 15 descriptions of 90 characters, including spaces, formatted in a table, and it gave me these descriptions over here, and I told him to make it a bit longer, and he did make it a tiny bit longer, but not as long as I wanted it to. So what I had to do is use this as a starting point and then rewrite these descriptions. But in the end, I used these 5 headlines. So transform your trees with expert care, trusted tree trimmers nearby, #1 tree trimming service, unlock the secrets to stunning trees, don't leave out quality trimming. So this is a kind of a pun of leave out. I don't know if it's clever or corny. Would I really use it? I don't know. Maybe I'll test it out to see how it's going. But yeah, these are the 5 I'm going to be using. And then the other ones right here, I have the descriptions. So elevate your space with expert tree trimming services, discover top-notch trusted tree trimming nearby, transform outdoors with budget-friendly tree trimming. Really, I don't like this ad copy that much because there's not that much specific benefits about the business. If I did make an ad for a business, I would add a lot more specific benefits to it. But yeah, for this example, I'm going to be using this. So let me just add the headlines over here. So but what I can see is that ChatGPT really lied to me, and these aren't under 30 characters, so I'm going to have to rewrite them right now. Okay, so I rewrote the headlines over here. I'm still not 100% satisfied with them, but this is just what we're going to leave as our headlines for this example. And then I'm just going to paste in the descriptions over here. So let's just paste that in. Also, one thing you're going to notice is this thing right here called ad strength. I don't really look at it that much because even if the ad strength is poor, that doesn't mean your ads are going to be performing poor. This is just a score Google gives you, and as you can see right here, you can see that if you want to increase the ad strength, you can add headlines, include popular keywords, make headlines unique. In the end, it doesn't really matter if your ad strength is good or not, if your ads are working and you're profitable, right? Next, you can add the business name and logos. You can add this if you perform the advertiser verification. The next, site links. Now, I don't really add site links to my ads, and the reason for that is I want the people that click on the ads and the people my clients are paying for are going directly to the landing page. I don't want them to be going on an about page or services page or anything like that. If they're searching for tree trimming, let's say they're searching for tree trimmers in my area, I don't want them to click on the about us page and read about the company and get lost and don't call and don't become a lead. I want them to go only on the landing page, so I don't really add site links. If you want to, you can add them. You can just click on create site link, and right here you can add the site link text, the description, line 1 and line 2, and the final URL. The next thing is the callouts. I always add callouts, and for the callouts, what you should be adding is benefits of your service. So I don't really have written callouts right now, but what I'm gonna do is just paste like number 1 tree trimming service, get a free quote. That's a quote. Let's say 10 plus years in business. Let's say winter savings or something like that, and let's just click on save. And what you can do is just select all of these and click on apply, and now these callouts will be applied to your ad. Now let's click on more asset types. Promotions, if you're doing anything like a Black Friday sale or a Christmas promotion, you can add this over here. I don't really add it that much. You can add prices, structured snippets. I would definitely add this. So let's click on add, and right here let's click on select header type, and let's click on types, for example. So let's say you're running an ad for arborists, and you want to add what type of services you're offering, or what you can add for that even better is a service catalog. So what you can add right here is let's say, what do we have over here? So tree removal, tree trimming, and let's say tree cutting, or let's say even tree stump removal. And let's click save. And now you can have these structured snippets appear on your ad. Let's click on apply. Also, one more thing I always use is the call extensions. So let's just click on the plus calls button over here. What you can add right here is your number. I don't really have a number, but let's just add a dummy number over here. I don't think Google is gonna let me do that either way. Now what you can also do right here is click on the advanced options and then add days and hours on which this call extension is going to run. So for example, you can set it to run as we did already, Mondays to Fridays, let's say from 9 to 5. So you can maybe run your ad 24/7, which I do not recommend, but maybe you want to do that for whatever reason. So you can let your ads run 24/7, which I do not recommend, but if for whatever reason you want to do it, you can let it run 24/7, and you can add a call extension that is only visible from 9 to 5, because in these times you're in office and you can answer the phone. So let's just click on save. Phone number not supported for this country. Okay, I can't really add this number. Apps, I don't really use that. And what you can add right here is URL options if you want to track from which campaign you're getting what type of traffic in analytics. I don't use this for any of my clients. And then what we're going to do is just click on done and click on next. Okay, so right here we're in the budget section. And what we're going to do is now determine our daily budget. So let's say you have a $2,000 monthly budget. So what you're going to do is just divide 2,000. So let's say 2,000 divided by the number of weeks. So there is 4 weeks, divided by the number of days you're running ads. So let's say you're running ads Monday to Friday, that is 5 days, divided by 5, and that is $100 a day. So what you can do is just set the custom budget and set it to $100 a day. And right here, after you set your budget, you're going to see some estimates. These really don't make sense. So just ignore them and just click on next. Wait for it to check for errors. And after that's done, you just click on publish campaign. It's going to say publishing. And that's it. Now, my ads are currently not running because I do not have a payment information on here, because as I said, this is just a test campaign. But what I want to be showing you now is how you can add conversions to this account. So without conversions and with just making this campaign and not setting up conversions, Google is really not going to know for what it's even optimizing your campaign. So what you should do is just click on the search button over here, is just click on conversions. Go to conversions. And what we're going to do right here is just click on new conversion action. Just click on website first. Then add the website domain. Again, I'm going to be adding my YouTube link because I don't have a website. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to have to copy it again. What you're going to do is just click on scan. Okay, this one. And what you're going to do after this one is just skip this part over here completely and just click on create conversion actions manually using code. You just click on add a conversion action manually. And then right here, what we're going to do is first click on submit lead form. So that's what we're going to be making a conversion action for. Add submit lead forms website to account default goals. We're going to leave that as checked right here. Conversion name, let's say landing page lead form submit. And then what we're going to do is just don't use a value for this conversion action. Why? Because this is just a lead. Then on count, we're going to click on 1. So if someone calls your number 30 times or submits a lead form 30 times, we don't want to have it in our Google account as 30 conversions. We want to have it as 1. Click on conversion window. I'll leave this as 30 days. Leave everything as is. On attribution, you can either use data-driven or last click. I usually use data-driven. And then click on done. After this, you're going to have a conversion goal. And just click on agree and continue. And what we're going to have right here is 3 options. So set up Google Tag, email instructions to your webmaster, and use Google Tag Manager. What I use for setting up conversions is always Google Tag Manager. So what you're going to do is on your website, just install Google Tag Manager, and then on Google Tag Manager, add these codes to your thank you page after somebody submits a lead form. What you're going to do is just send Google a signal that is saying that that person just submitted a lead form and that is a lead. Also, what you're going to do is install a conversion linker through Google Tag Manager on your website. And what that is going to do is just let Google know if somebody lands on one page and then converts on another page, that is the same person. So after we do this, let's just go back. Let's click on done. And right here, we're having landing page lead form submit as our action right here. And what you're going to see right here is at the status. Right here, it's inactive. But after you set it up, you can just test out your conversion by going to your landing page and then submitting a lead form. And right here, what it is going to say is active. So right here, we're going to set up a new conversion action. And let's just click on phone calls. And let's just click on, first we're going to set up a call forms to a number on your website. Let's just click on continue. Conversion name, phone, landing page, phone call. Let's just click on don't use a value. count to 1. So what you're going to do right here is enter your final number that people should call right here, and then enter a display number that is currently appearing on your website. For example, if you're using CallRail, right here you should type in the number that is currently on your website, so the CallRail number, and right here you should type in the number that CallRail is directing to. So what Google is going to do is go into your website's code and change out the CallRail number for another Google tracking number, and then you're going to get calls directly to your number over here. So after that, you can change out the call length to either 30 seconds. You can set it to 1 second. So when someone calls you, after 1 second, Google counts it as a conversion. I usually leave it as 30 seconds. Then click through conversion window 30 days, attribution data driven, and then click on create and continue. It's not gonna let me create it over here because I didn't put in a phone number. But what you're gonna do after putting in the phone number is just setting up the tag, and that's it. And the last conversion we should make is this new conversion action. Again, phone calls. But now what we're gonna do is just click on calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads. Click continue. Again, call extension, call only calls. Don't use a value, count 1, 60 seconds, 30 days, and click on create and continue. And literally that's it. Okay, so that's basically it for this free course or tutorial for marketing agency owners or local business owners that want to run ads themselves. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like down below so other people can find it. I'll greatly appreciate it. This took a lot of time to make. Other than that, if you want me to run Google Ads for you, if you're a local business owner, there's a link down below in the description. First link in the description. There's a quick form you can fill, and then after that we can hop on a call, see if we're a good fit. I can set up and manage Google Ads for you, and I can also make you a landing page and set up phone call tracking. So that is first link down below in the description. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.